So you know when it gets to be holiday times and you want to do something sparkly and fancy, and then you go to your closet and you go, I don't have sparkly. So this is the best I could do. My fuzzy little sweater, a fuzzy sweater and a necklace. So for my sparkle, but my TBR for December is sparkling, y'all. It's sparkling. All right, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. I have my handy computer here, and we're going to be doing some magic, I hope. I am participating in 2 readathons for December, and they have totally shaped and formed my TBR. So I wanted to come on and immediately let you know what I'm going to be reading in December. I always think it's funny, by the 15th of every month, I'm already looking to the next month. This year, even more so. And this did take some kind of putting things together because, as we all know, I am not the world's fastest reader, and readathons are really, really challenging for me. So I will do my very best with these 2. I want to support them fully. And without too much further ado, let's get into that December Sparkling TBR. All right, so what I thought I would do is I am going to go ahead and be working on my computer. And I'm just going to do a voiceover. There is so many books, and of course, as you know, I don't have the actual physical copies. All of these are going to be electronic in some form or another. So I don't have those copies, and I thought it'd be much more interesting to watch what's going on the computer than just listening to me. But I am going to go ahead and record myself, like I said, doing the voiceover, and we'll see how this works. Fingers crossed. Okay, so here we go, the December Sparkling TBR for 2021. I'm very excited about this. All these books are being chosen because they actually work for 2 readathons I'm going to be participating in, and it's a very ambitious TBR for me. But I'm very excited about it, and it's right up my alley because it's all about mysteries. The first one that we're going to be looking at is Christie is Missing, and this runs from December 3rd through the 14th, and it is all about the time whenever Agatha Christie just disappeared and nobody knows where she went, what was going on at all. This is going to be being put on by 2 individuals that I've really enjoyed getting to know, and that is Naomi and Kevy. Both of them are the ones hosting Christie is Missing, and they both love Agatha Christie and have so much energy. I will definitely link their announcement videos down below. I'm not going to go through every single thing about it because that is their baby. I'm just going to say how I'm going to be participating. So let's click on. The first prompt that we have is read an Agatha Christie. So this is pretty simple. Any Agatha Christie that you've got. So if you can read one, then you are participating in Christie is Missing. I'm choosing the Sittaford mystery for that. It is a standalone, and it's one that I'm not really familiar with. The next prompt is read a non-Marple or Poirot book. So I can use the Sittaford mystery for this because, again, they're standalones. Neither Marple nor Hercule are in these. This is a amateur sleuth that's involved. And for the third one, it's read a bad weather book. And once again, we've got a snowed-in group of guests out in. So as you can see, there's a little bit of, I don't know, a trend maybe going on here with the Sittaford mystery. And then the fourth prompt is read an Agatha Award winner. And oh my gosh, one of these does not belong. One doesn't look like the other. So this is my other book that I've chosen, which is Jacqueline Winspear's Birds of a Feather. Now, there is a fifth, and that fifth prompt is read a romance in honor of Mary Westmacott. Now, Mary Westmacott is Agatha Christie's pseudonym, and that's what she wrote under when she wrote romances. And not a lot of people know that she wrote romances, and I think this is wonderful of Kevy and Naomi to be highlighting this and kind of getting people to realize she did more than just her mysteries. Oh, and just to let you know, I'm not going to be participating in that one. That's one of the prompts I won't be. I just can't really add too many more books onto my TBR, and you'll see why as we keep moving forward. But there is one more, and that is the group read, and I want to totally participate in this because the group read book is, you guessed it, the Sittaford mystery. So this is something I have to say thank you to Kevy and to Naomi for. The fact that they have made it where I can hit so many prompts with the group read. Is very kind to those of us who cannot and will not be able to read 5 to 6 books in 11 days. I'm just not that kind of reader, never have been. And so I think that this was in there just for me. So thank you so much. So the only prompt I won't be participating in is the read the romance, but I will be listening to Birds of a Feather and I will be reading the Sittaford mystery. So very excited about it. So my next December read along, which is driving my TBR, is the month-long Cloak and Dagger Christmas. This was first started by Kate Howe at Kate Howe here on YouTube, and it has just blossomed. It's so much fun reading mystery in December, and I think it's fantastic that Kate has done this. But this year she is not alone and has a couple more hosts. Well, actually, 4 more hosts to help her along. And the first one is Melanie at Melanie Martin. Next one is Janelle at Two Fonda Books, and Janelle has done a whole series of suggestions for this actual read along, and going with all the prompts. She gives you several suggestions, so it's a really fantastic series that she's done. And Kate at the novel Nomad, and finally Carolyn at Carolyn's Reading Rambles. So these are all your hosts for Cloak and Dagger Christmas. All of their announcement videos will be linked below. Please go out and listen to what they have to say, and they're going to have wonderful suggestions and just get you really excited about it. Now, I'm just going to go through the prompts, not explaining a whole lot about them, but telling you which books I'm going to use for what prompts. So prompt number 1 is Inspector Bucket. And just to let you know, each one of these have a fictional detective or amateur sleuth as kind of the title of the prompt, and then an explanation behind it. So we have Inspector Bucket, and this is read a Victorian mystery or one set in the Victorian era. I am going with Victorian era setting, and that is going to be Veronica Speedwell mystery. It's number 2 in that series. It's a perilous undertaking. It's all set in the Victorian time, but she is anything but like a typical Victorian lady, that's for sure. I love this series, really enjoyed the first one, and I'll be listening to this second one. I've been looking forward to having a reason to pick up another Veronica Speedwell. Prompt number 2, Inspector Gamache. Read a mystery with a bilingual detective or one set in a village. I think setting in a village is probably very easy. Bilingual detective might be a little bit more challenging. I am thinking that Bruno, who is part of the series Bruno, Chief of Police, that this is set in France. He is French, but for some reason I'm thinking he can also speak English. But definitely it is set in a village. And the food references in this, all I want to do is a big glass of wine and just devour this book. This is number 3 in that series. My husband has already read this. I need to catch up. We normally do read these in December, so perfect timing. Prompt number 3, Tommy and Tuppence. Read a mystery that features a great team. So once again, I'm going back to Veronica Speedwell. She is paired up with a character named Stoker. The two of them are fabulous together. I love the way that they spar with one another, but also the respect they give one another. And it really is a unique relationship between a man and a woman based in the Victorian era, and I really have been enjoying that in the first one, so I'm hoping that continues. Prompt number 4 is Agatha Raisin. Read a mystery with an amateur sleuth. So Agatha Raisin is definitely a choice, but instead of reading one of those, I will be doing the Sittaford mystery. Yes, it makes another appearance that has an amateur sleuth, so if it counts, it counts. Awesome. So now we move on to prompt number 5. So in this one, we want to read a Golden Age mystery or one set between 1920 to 1945. Now, I think I might have made a mistake because I was thinking that my second Ian Rutledge would work for this because I knew it was the time after the war, and that's kind of when the Golden Age of mystery is said to have happened. But if we're being strict about 1920, this might be a problem because he might still be in 1919 when this is set. I'm not 100% sure. And of course, won't know until I actually get to read it. This is the second in our murder mystery book club that we're doing. We're doing we're working through the series, the Ian Rutledge series written by Charles Todd. And so looking forward, definitely we'll be doing this in December, but just don't know if it'll fit this prompt. But if it doesn't, yeah, the Sittaford mystery, once again, ding, 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 would hit that 1920 to 1945 golden age of mystery time just fine. So I do have a backup in case Wings of Fire doesn't count. The next one is prompt number 6, Detective Galileo. So read a translated mystery, one set in a country different from yours. I'm really cheating here and simply reading a Detective Galileo novel. Now, this is written by a Japanese author and it is set in Japan. I have not read any of the other ones. This is actually number 3. It is due out for publication December 14th. So this is one that was given to me as an advanced reader's copy through NetGalley. So I have a responsibility to get that one read and have a review. So that's something you can be looking forward to. But that will be my prompt number 6. And Cloak and Dagger Christmas prompt number 7 is Kinsey Milhone, read a mystery with a private detective. So Kinsey Milhone is a part of the Alphabet Murderer series by Sue Grafton. A is for alibi, and she is a private eye or a private detective. And so I was trying to think, do I have any? Everybody seems to be either an actual detective, an investigator, working for like Scotland Yard or something along those lines. Or an amateur sleuth. But then I remembered that Maisie Dobbs actually does set up her own private detective agency herself, which makes her kind of unique. And since I'll be listening to this for not only for hashtag Christie is missing, but also because I want to give Jacqueline Winspear another chance, perfect. And then for prompt number 8, we have Flavia DeLuce, read a children's mystery or new to you series. So I'm hitting both, and that is a Flavia DeLuce mystery, the first one in the series, The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie. I've never read this. I've been wanting to. I'm going to be buddy reading this with Fiona over at Reads and Eats towards the end of the month. Very excited, end of the year as well. I think it'll be fun, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I've been planning on it for a long, long time and just haven't gotten to it. And then the very last one is prompt number 9. It's Columbo, watch an episode of a mystery TV show. Now, I have to be honest, I have no idea if there's very many things for me to watch. Okay, these are all the series I'm watching now, plus more. So I think I have plenty. I just don't know which one it's going to be. And just to give you a little heads up, there is a one that's fairly new called Shakespeare and Hathaway, Private Investigators. It's adorable. I absolutely love it. I suggest it to everybody. But if you happen to watch Rosemary and Thyme, listen to that music and then listen to Shakespeare and Hathaway. And all right. So what am I going to be reading for December? Here we go. So here comes my lineup for this December. We're going to be looking at, yes, of course, the star of the show is going to be the Sittaford mystery. Boy, I hope this is a good one. Kevy, Naomi, putting a lot on this one. The next one is going to be Birds of a Feather, the Maisie Dobbs. Now, just to let you know, this is kind of the order I need to read these in, because once we go through Silent Parade and we get to the Wings of Fire, all these need to be read before the 19th of December. So before Christmas, that's for sure. And then I have my Black Diamond, which is the Bruno Chief of Police series, and then followed up with another one that's doing quite a lot of double duty, Veronica Speedwell mystery. And then finally, my first in a series and new to me, Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie. So this is my lineup. I'm really quite excited about. There will be 2 that I will be doing with audio. That will be Jacqueline Winspear, Birds of a Feather, and A Perilous Undertaking. So I'll be listening to those and hopefully getting some coloring, because I really have been itching lately to just sit down with some pencils and do some creative work. I've been using my iPad and that's been great, but I want something tangible in my hands, I think. So I hope you are out there figuring out what your sparkling TBR for December is going to be. Love to hear if you've read any of these. If if any of them aren't good, don't warn me of that. Just say you'll be back to find out what my thoughts are. All right, everyone. I hope you have a great December. Enjoy your reading, and remember, always keep turning those pages.